President, Executive Vice President Dombrovskis, you are very welcome to this Assembly, and I am most impressed with your speech. And in fact, you talked about future shocks. I'm sure you've heard of the term black swan. It's the description that describes an event that is beyond normally expected with potential serious consequences. Well, we certainly are in that time, I think you would agree. And in that time, the civil society organisations have had to come very much to the fore in both of those events. They have had to endure the quick planning necessary in order to help during COVID, to help during Ukraine, and to continue that. So it is our recommendation strongly to you in the national plans that we ensure that these civil society organisations are there at the planning stage, not in the middle or, as we've seen in the last few years, at the end results. It's been well stated in both of these opinions, and we would obviously ask you to consider that seriously. We are particularly concerned that, according to our reports, this dimension is not in the national plans to the extent that it should be. And when you consider the EU commitments to the pillar of social rights, we would like to think that this would be corrected when you are evaluating the national plans. The reality is that the EU is facing a geopolitical crisis. We must adapt these national recovery plans to the new reality. All Member States should use funds to invest more in the social policies and the EU Green Deal. There is a major danger that by ignoring poverty, that by ignoring the consequences of shortages, of energy hikes, we will effectively ignore large portions of EU citizens and therefore endanger the Union, something which Mr. Putin would dearly love to see happening. Mr. Vice President, allow me to recall selfishly the writer James Joyce, who was a Dublin writer. He ended up in Europe quite a bit, but he sought to change Irish perceptions of themselves by forcing them to look at themselves. So 100 years later, we in Europe are asking all of ourselves to look at how we do our normal business. And normal has been a long time ago. So I would ask you, as the Executive Vice President, to really take into account the role of civil society organisations in this change that we are now in. Thank you.